Let me say something. I've been seeing a lot of online banter about Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance. Right? Initially, I didn't see it. My team wasn't playing that night. I'm speaking about the Miami Dolphins. They weren't playing that night. So I didn't really have any interest in the Super Bowl. Right? But after all of the chaos I see between Kendrick Lamar fans and opponents of the show, I thought I would lend my 5 cents to the matter. Um, I saw Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. I saw it from start to finish. I made a point to watch all of the details. This was like 2 days ago, though. And so he had Samuel L. Jackson playing the role of Uncle Sam. And so his character was there to judge all of the different antics on the stage. And so what he did, he and his team, or maybe he alone, came up with this strategy to make like a hip hop musical. It wasn't even really like the typical Super Bowl performance. He made a musical, and all of the dancers on the stage were basically acting out the various themes of his performance, right? And so there was a particular scene where I think he was speaking about America, and he let all of the dancers that were in red and blue fall to the ground, and he let the others that were in white stand up. And so symbolically, he was trying to convey a message that the theme of America is to sacrifice the red and the blue, or the colors, so that the white can survive, right? And so literally, he's speaking about persons of color in America and the white establishment. Kendrick Lamar's songs, I would say the lion's share of Kendrick Lamar's songs are not those typical anthems that you would hear. They're not club bangers per se. So usually when you see a Super Bowl performance, the first 5 seconds to 10 seconds would usually get a huge audience reaction, right? Because they typically pick persons that have a catalog of club bangers and anthems or well-known songs, so that as soon as the DJ plays a short bit of the song, the audience would get engaged. The audience would be on their feet. They'd be doing the wave, whatever the case may be. But Kendrick Lamar's songs have a different kind of quality. They have a different kind of value. So when they play Kendrick Lamar's songs, typically the lyrics and the message of the song are the value to the audience. So they're not songs that people would know word for word. Most persons would probably know like the chorus, but his music is to be appreciated listening with your headphones or in your car, inside your home. It's not the kind of music where you would have an insane audience reaction, And so I see many persons who are saying that the performance was bad. And I think what they're really trying to say is they didn't have the kind of frenzy or the frenzied response that typically characterize a Super Bowl performance, right? I believe the Black Eyed Peas. As a good example, look at the Black Eyed Peas. The Black Eyed Peas have a lot of crossover anthems that would have an entire Super Bowl audience or a stadium singing along, right? So they got all kinds of hits, and they could basically play 10 or 12 back to back and have the audience engaged for the entire time. So I think that's what people really wanted to get. But Kendrick Lamar, he had messages to convey, And so, like I said, throughout the production, he had Samuel L. Jackson there to be the repudiation of society, whereas society would look at hip hop music as jungle music, undesirables, inner city urban aesthetic, These are the kind of things that typically are said about hip hop, right? Saying that it's about violence and it's destructive, so on and so forth. And so I think what he wanted to do in an artistic type of fashion was to convey this message. He wanted society to see that he thinks hip hop is being unfairly repudiated by the white establishment, and they don't understand the aesthetic. And so, Samuel L. Jackson played into that throughout the performance. I noticed throughout the production, he was sort of teasing that he was going to do a performance of Not Like Us, right? And so, what he did periodically, a part of the beat would play, he would start to sing it and then stop, right? It's kind of building anticipation for this song. So it seems to me that he wanted to anchor the performance with the Not Like Us song because it's current. He exploited the Drake frenzy, and basically that was like the hallmark of the performance for most of his new fans. Let me say this, it's Black History Month, and I really don't want to engage in the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar volley of insults or critiques, But I will say this. I would venture to say that as much as 60% of Kendrick Lamar's current fans came along during the Drake beef, right? Most of these people who are carrying on like they've been a diehard day one Kendrick Lamar fan just started listening to rap and just started listening to Kendrick Lamar in the recent battle with Drake. Let's be honest, man, because when Kendrick Lamar came out with his song, I don't remember what the name of it, but the one with the chorus where he says pour up, drink, or something like that. That video had like 3 million. I think it probably still has maybe about 3 to 5 million views, right? But I would say that majority of Kendrick Lamar fans don't even know that song, don't even know his original classics, right? But they came along when Kendrick Lamar did the feature with Future, right? When he made the song Like That, right? But the majority of these people, they just started listening to rap, and now they have become critics of rap music. They become the judges. But I would venture to say that many of these people are not qualified to even weigh in on this subject because they represent what Not Like Us really means, right? So Not Like Us is a call to the like-minded, conscious, woke individuals, but not woke in the modern context, woke in the Afrocentric, conscious, socially aware sense, right? And so if you don't really fall in this category, you basically not like us, right? The FBA has taken this song and now Not Like Us is the anti-immigrant anthem, right? So there are many reasons why that song has had so much staying power because of the messages that it conveys to different audiences, I happen to think in the battle, it was a tie. That's neither here nor there. But all in all, before I close this video, I would like to give my assessment and my grade for the performance. I would give Kendrick Lamar a 90% out of 100. I give him a 90% because, which is still an A, but I gave him a 90% because I think he could have chosen a different catalog. He has many more songs that perhaps could have been engaging, right? But be that as it may, it was still a good performance. I think for Black History Month, that really conveyed the messages that we needed to convey at this time, and it sparked the conversations that we needed to spark. Okay, and so in that respect, I give Kendrick Lamar a 90%. There's room for improvement, but I think as he grows as an artist, he's going to be able to put together a stage performance that is more engaging. But the persons who are saying that it was bad, that it was horrible, no, it wasn't. It wasn't horrible at all, you know. But we know that there are haters, there are persons who are intent on not understanding hip hop, not understanding Afrocentrism, and they would like to diminish the contributions of black people. All right, we know that this is the era of anti-DEI and anti-affirmative action. And so obviously there's going to be persons who are just against black persons doing anything substantive in society. Okay. But once again, family, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about all these dynamics. One love.